Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, thank you for joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, something we do every weekday, as most of you probably know. But if you don't, well, now you do know. So feel free to download that Fox 12 Oregon app and watch live. Over the years here on this show, we, of course, have talked about the Portland Pickles, who hasn't, the Portland Bangers. Well, now there is yet another team coming to the city of Portland from the same folks behind the Bangers and the Pickles is a new USL W team. We've got Alan joining us right now, owner. And Alan, always great to have you here on the show. And it seems like, for whatever reason it is, I feel like every time we're having an interview, it's either a new mascot or a new team coming to Portland. You are constantly creating new things here in the city.
We are. And I'm happy to say we're going to bring both. We're going to have a new team and a new mascot coming to Portland early next year.
So USLW, for people who don't know, can you walk us through what that is?
Yeah, it's a really great pre-professional soccer league. So very similar to what we do with the Bangers. And we had such an amazing season of the Bangers. We sold out every game. We almost made the playoffs. It was a really fun experience. And throughout all of this year, everyone was saying, well, this is great, but where's the women's team? Where's the women's team? So we've been working very hard throughout the year to be able to bring this together. And so officially today, we're announcing that we are launching a USL W team for next season. And the USL W is really a cool league. There are currently over 90 teams in this league all over the country. So we'll be playing in the Pacific Northwest League, which has great teams like Salmon Bay and other teams up in Washington. But we'll be competing against teams around the country. And what's really cool is it is pre-professional. So you're going to get to see some of these talented women playing who will then go on to incredible careers in the NWSL and all kinds of other leagues around Europe. So it's a really fun division and a really fun level. It's similar to the Bangers that we're really excited about.
So when you're talking about like over 90 teams, that's pretty incredible right there, just in the league overall. And here in the Northwest, what are some of the other cities' teams that could be the potential rivals here for a Portland team?
Well, Ballard released, the Salmon Bay brand last year. So we like to compete with Ballard in Seattle. And there are the number of teams up in Seattle who will be competing against around that area. There's a big cluster of them. So we're really excited about that. I think the Portland versus Seattle rivalries are going to be phenomenal. But it's one of those things where once we jump into it, and I think we'll push around some people in our first few games, and we'll find out who doesn't like us, and they get to be our big rival. But it's going to be really exciting. You said we're really fortunate to join this league. I think it's one of those leagues where it's just going to grow and grow and be the place that that everyone can spotlight and you can see and you'll be able to say, I saw these amazing athletes at this level. And our goal is to create this incredible game experience. And I think our team did a phenomenal job this year with the Bangers. And we just want to create that excitement around women's soccer. And there's no better city than Portland. This is Soccer City, USA. I learned very quickly last year how much people love soccer, and we want to do justice and make this thing the most fun, the greatest experience we can in Portland.
And when you talk about that, so the Bangers now having their first year out there. So when we're talking about the level or the equivalency as far as the league, is it kind of on par with that, just in the women's division, as far as the level of play that people can expect?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these are going to be the best pre-professional, so we're going to see a lot of really good college players and younger as well. So I think this is kind of what we liked about the USL to begin with was, it's very similar to what we do with the Pickles. Is these are the best athletes playing right in front of you in a very intimate setting, and that's the same with the Bangers. It's going to be the same for this team when we launch. And I think last year there were 14 players taken out of the league right into the NWSL. So it is a pipeline to bigger and better leagues, and we're excited to do that. I mean, it's as everything with us, the brand and the mascot and all that stuff is really fun. And so we're planning for next month. We'll have a date. We'll be able to bring the name and some more of this sort of, what the inspiration behind this team is. And we're excited to share that with everyone. We're really proud of the work that everyone's done on that.
Now, is there any kind of a hint that we can have towards that name, in association with the Pickles, the Bangers? Is there a theme that could be going along with that?
Well, it's a great question. I think if you follow along closely to what we do, we've actually dropped some hints and Easter eggs throughout the year. So, we'll kind of look back on that thing like, oh, I remember seeing that or that or that. So We have been working on this a while, and it may not be obvious, but it's a great tie to Portland. Of course, everything we do has to be very meaningful on a local level, and I think we've nailed it. And I think that we want to represent what is the best of Portland, the best of our culture, and the arts in this community. And I think this brand's going to do that.
So if there's some really crafty internet sleuths out there, they could maybe piece together some clues over past posts.
They could definitely put together some clues, though we're not denying or confirming anything, but there are Easter eggs and there have been clues out there for the last 6 months.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Now I'm going to go through those myself. I'm probably not as good though as some of the other people out there, so I'll rely on them. So for play itself, now you're anticipating launch is coming up here in the spring. So can you tell us, what that's going to be like and where and how people can come see this new team, whatever the name may be?
Yeah, we're working through a lot of the final details now, and I hope to be able to announce that next month. The key right now is you can go to portlandbangers.com or portlandbangers /USL W. You can put all your information in there if you want to be contacted for. We have a very limited amount of season tickets. We have, we're trying to open this up for more individual tickets as well this year, so more people can come out and see what it's all about. So right now, I would recommend everybody get on that list at the Portland Bangers site. And then we'll be contacting you as quickly as we can and get you as much information as possible.
Do we know how many games will be played during this? How many matches?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, it's going to roughly be right around 7 home games. So we'll have 7 home, 7 away, and then we dive into the playoffs. But that's roughly what we're going to be at. So I like it. I think it's a really fun because it's a very shortened season. Every match is incredibly important. And by the time we get into it, I mean it's a 3-month season. It's really intense, and then everyone gets to go back to doing playing for the colleges and everywhere else they be playing. So the timeline's fun. It kicks off in May, and the playoffs will start in July.
Wow, yeah. So shortened season, but that means you get a lot right there just in that amount of time. I mean, for you and just from an organizational standpoint, what's one of the biggest things you learned just about soccer in the city and maybe running a soccer club since launching the Bangers and now going into this one?
Yeah, I really have been impressed by the fans. I think that they come prepared. They're really knowledgeable about the sport. They're not as casual. Baseball fans, you can come for a variety of reasons to hang out, drink beers, enjoy some sunshine. I mean, I've been blown away by how intense our fans are, how knowledgeable they are, and it just speaks to the real Soccer City USA that they want more soccer. They want to see this level, and they're really excited about supporting it. And so, like, there wasn't even a question in our mind. It's just about when we can launch this women's team because the support we've already gotten is just tremendous.
So another expansion, as you mentioned, though, another mascot on the way as well. So are we expecting maybe an unveiling as grandiose as say for the Portland Bangers for Saucy?
It may be grand. It may be grandiose. Saucy is saucy. I mean, it's hard. It's going to be hard to replicate as saucy. And I don't think I don't think we need to replicate saucy. I think this is going to come from, the real bones of the concept. And we're playing with some different things now. And it's going to be a little shocking, I'm sure, but shocking in a fantastical way.
All right, there we go. Shocking in a fantastical way. That's a good tease, and that's sometime next month. We're thinking.
Yes, I would look around early November. We're going to have a great announcement to unveil the brand and all the fun stuff around that. So that's our big thing we're working towards. It's going to be really exciting, and we'll have the location of that event. And we really want to invite everybody to come out and celebrate it with us.
Awesome. Well, Alan, anything else that you think is important for people to know?
I think we've got a big season coming up. We've got women's soccer, men's soccer, and the Portland Pickles heading into a phenomenal big season next year. Our schedule is going to be dropping very soon for the Pickles. It's a great schedule. There's a lot of opportunities for people to come out and check these out. But I mean, we are summer 2026. That's what we're focused on, and we want to make sure we give everyone in Portland a lot of opportunities to come out and experience the joy that we really want to bring to everybody.
Awesome. Well, dude, thank you so much for joining us here today. I always appreciate having you on to talk about all of this. And congrats on yet another team coming here into Portland. I am really looking forward to seeing what you came up with. And for anybody out there too, if you want to do some sleuthing, see if you can figure it out, feel free to send me an email if you think you've guessed what it's going to be. But yeah, thanks, Alan. Always great to have you here on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Greg.
And for everybody watching, this is Fox 12 Now. As I mentioned, we live stream here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, so thanks for being a part of this. We go throughout the afternoon between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. This is also the place to go for breaking news, so if that happens, I'll have that as well. We'll take a break for now. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.